What I just... Sure, whatever. Bow, wow, wow, wow. Chatters, what's up? Wait, let me open up Streamlabs. Let me pull up chat. Actually, let me open up chat here first. Yo. Andrew Antimatter? Oh, shit. Let me open up chat. I didn't expect people here so quickly. We're just going to go over the chapter real quick. And then if anyone's got questions, I'll talk. I can just be yapping. We'll just be yapping. How are you? Good, good. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I appreciate it. Immediately here. Sendo, my goat. Oh yeah, I'm on this page because I was getting a thumbnail. Wait, last one. Sendo. Yo, Antimatter. How's it going, everybody? Yeah, 1505. Have you guys read 1505? Anyone that hasn't read 1505? It came out a couple hours ago, so maybe not. No? All right, we'll read it together. And the reason why I have this filter on, recently, Hajime no Ippo videos have been getting struck if they don't have if they don't alter the manga pages at all. So that's why I have this filter on. I don't just have this because if I just have the newest chapters on, I'll get copyright striked. Found out it dropped because I got notified you started streaming. Okay, so you have two options. One, you read it with me. I'll read it to you, and we'll read it together. Or two, you can read it on your own if you want. So I'll read it anyways. I'll do that regardless. But if you don't want, if you want to read it at your own pace, then you can read it on the website. All right, let's do it. Cool. So I read it before, a couple hours ago, before I started streaming, right when I woke up. So I don't want to say what time that is, my time, but I did wake up 3 hours ago. So I woke up, got ready, and now we're streaming. So this is gonna be a regular thing. We're gonna be streaming every time a chapter comes out. Hopefully, I want to make it a regular thing at least on this YouTube channel. And then also I have a video coming out this week. I was gonna work on it today, but I forgot the chapter's coming out this week, so it'll probably be out tomorrow or Thursday. It's pretty much recapping the last 6-7 chapters. So I'm not gonna be doing chapter reviews videos anymore because I tested that and they're just too short. No one really watches them, and my channel is more so long form content. So I'm gonna be doing at least 8 to 15 minute videos. So we're gonna basically be compiling months worth of chapters into one video, and that's what we'll do for our own chapter reviews, and then plus our regular discussions and reviews of certain arcs and stuff. So I'm gonna actually I want to put chat on the screen. I forgot to do that. I guess I didn't think about it until I thought about it when I was live. Ooh, sorry, I accidentally had I was holding shift on accident. If you got that notification. Shit, what's my password? Let me go on Chrome. Maybe I have it saved here. Trying to log into my account. Damn. Okay, I want to put chat on the screen. I should have done this before. This new chapter is pretty good. I might have changed it and I just never saved. Oh, wait, let me open my mail. So yeah, like, so we're gonna be doing like a few stuff like this. Looks like Sendo's done mentally. I hope this doesn't lead to his defeat. I don't think so, just because I feel like it would be boring. And I think I'm gonna read. I went through like pretty much almost from the beginning to the fight. The pace isn't that bad. It's just that the break. I mean, when you catch up, it's really tough to. I mean, following this manga weekly is not ideal in my opinion. That's how I feel, at least. It definitely makes it a lot worse of a read. I think going arc by arc is better, but since I'm making videos on it, I kind of have to do it this way. I kind of keep up just in case something insane happens that I have to make a video on. But yeah, we haven't been making videos that much recently, but I'm getting back into the groove of things, mainly because I ran out of stuff to talk about. But I have a few things. The September break sucked, yeah. Oh, damn. Okay, we're just gonna read the chapter because the email that's supposed to send to me to log into so I can put on the chat on the screen is not working. So we're gonna have to deal with this later. All right. Chapter 1. Let me actually put this in a different tab so I don't have to like. There we go. The challenger is down. He's still down on his knees after being tossed like a rag doll. It is not a down, but still, this must have done psychological damage. So this is pretty much the beginning of the chapter, which is kind of sad. Let me see if I can. It's probably better. Yeah. A tense round 3. Sendo is confronted by the champion's strength. Actually, let me see if I can fit this one on the screen better. It's gonna look a little stretched out, but it's fine. He threw him. What is with the bad attitude? Yeah, so like last chapter, if you haven't seen it, he was clinching. Sendo wouldn't let go, so he just threw him back down. And now he's staring him down. Like, honestly, like it is. I think it's going on for a little too long. Like just chapter numbers alone, maybe not page numbers and stuff like that. Because I know a lot of these chapters aren't full chapters, or most of them, honestly, nowadays. But because last chapter was like 9, this is like 12, 13. Which I would say, like, if it's over 12, I think it's fine. Like that's what I should expect. But I don't know if there's a break next week. I didn't really check that, so we'll see that together. And the champion looks down on him, stone-faced. Just what is he thinking? From Ricardo's perspective, Sendo's just false advertising. I wonder just how much of a gap there'd be between them, but to be this big. Never seen Ricardo being this disrespectful? I think, well, it's because he went out of his way to prepare for him more than like almost anyone else, because he knew he would be really scary to fight against if he didn't prepare. But I think, like, I don't know, the grandma thing, I feel like maybe unnecessary. Maybe he could have found a different way for him to act this way, because like maybe this is like a setup to like Sendo acting this way in general is was like bound to happen. So he kind of wanted to build up to this, but like, cause like I guess his grandma hasn't been doing well for a while. I just wondered how much of a gap there'd be between them, but to be this big. And then now Sendo's just on the ground. Pathetic, bro. He is pathetic. I forgot to put on moisturizer. So we're doing that real quick. Can't stand it. I can't stand it. Pitiful. So yeah, he's just on the ground after getting thrown down. I think Sendo, like in round 1, looked really good. I think it's just more so he was very fragile. Like I talked about this in my like recapping the video. Like I pretty much did the chapter before this one. And he's pretty much just very out of it, honestly. He like lost his confidence too quickly, and that's because he's fragile, because he's too worried about like doing this, like winning for someone else, which is definitely a good motivator, but you have to have yourself in mind as well. You have to be selfish and selfless. Because like boxing, like yes, it's a solo sport, but you also have you have a lot of people helping you out. It's very mental based. So like anything that improves your mental towards boxing is very valuable, and it's not like you're not alone in the ring in that aspect. So now they resume. He got back up. So we're like 10 chapters in the fight, right? Like 10, 11. I think this is I don't know if this will be Ricardo's. I don't think it'll be closer than the Wally fight, because Ricardo went out of his way to prepare for him. But I think it'll show Ricardo probably take the most damage, if that makes sense. Like he'll probably lose his cool, I think, because there's always like Miyata said, every fight he had, there's a weakness Ricardo has shown. Like there's a flaw in Ricardo's boxing that has been revealed. Like, because every fight has been chipping away at him. That's how you beat a champion like this, is by like noticing bad habits or exploits when he fights like certain different types of boxers, because he's just so fundamentally good. He's by far the best fundamental boxer, but there's always something. No one's perfect. He's very disappointed that he was able to fillet El Tigre with just a left. The challenger circles with a tight guard. So yeah, we see Sendo right here blocking, but he's still getting body shot. Like the body shots are gonna add up, and I think like, I know we'll see in a second. Ippo says don't lower your guard, which maybe they're not getting the full impact because this is his right. Oh no, left to the body. Sorry, the next one's the right. Don't lower your guard. He got hit bad, and then his right is up top, but that's not really doing much. So honestly, if he's able to really not get through Sendo's guard, then I think Sendo will have time to be chill. He balls back up and takes distance again. He can do in the face of the champion's simple but effective combination. So Sendo, the crowd just really wants him. Yeah, like right now, Ricardo just needs to do the basics like really in a pristine way, but like I don't know if he can because of his arm, because we know his arm's severely like it's bruised pretty badly because he just started blocking too long. Like he wasn't mixing up dodges and stuff. I think he was just he wasn't like weaving as much. He was a little bit once that happened, but it felt like I thought that was his plan. Like he already knew that he shouldn't be doing that. Sendo, please do something. So he hit him in the body again. His ribs are cracked, but they're not broken. If they were broken, I think it's just over. That's the fight just over if we see them like shattered, because that's what happened in the Ippo fight. And then we have the body again. Bro, he keeps hitting his body. It's just over. He can't take it. Yeah, it goes to a clinch. He can't really fight back because he'll just get countered. Again, why did I bother coming to Japan at all? Yeah, Ricardo's pissed off, bro. He thought this would be a good fight, because it must be boring like not being challenged all the time. Like that's how you grow as well. It's like being challenged. At least maybe you don't have to lose, but you need someone to challenge you. Yes, that was quite nice. I'll burn that sight into my eyes and return home. Yeah, he's talking about the Osaka. I've seen that castle. Dude, that castle is crazy, especially if you go at nighttime. It is insanely cool. Break. Box. Yeah, he needs Sendo to break, but he won't break. He ain't letting go. I've also seen people say this reminds them of Ippo, but his foot is not planted as well. I don't know. I guess I don't remember the stance that Ippo used when he was clinching and Sendo couldn't move him. Yo, Quentin. What's up? Or Quentin? I think it's Quentin. He ain't letting go. Did the body blows do that much damage? No way. Is he scared? Yes, he is. I think he's scared, but he's also very confused. Because he's not focusing. So even you. Interesting. So yeah, he's just not doing anything. I think that's the last page. Wait, oh, it's not. This is barely even a match more. Please break and fight with some honor. Oh, did I not read this page? I thought this was the last page. Was it missing a page? Oh shit. Break, box. I think I didn't read the whole chapter. Oh shit. This is barely even a match anymore. Please break and fight with some honor. Pitiful. God damn it. I get it. I get it. This is why he's undefeated. This is why they call him a god. The sun god. Doing anything against this man under boxing rules is impossible. Right now, all I'm clinking onto is despair. Or maybe I just didn't read the chapter. I just didn't read all the chapter. Holy shit. I said break. The voice. His ref's voice can't reach him. He's hanging on for dear life. Damn. I did not read the. I swear to God, they didn't have these pages at first when I clicked on it. Damn, dude. This is what the last page I saw was. So, please break and fight with some honor, bro. You threw him on the ground earlier. Sendo should be like, boom, 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 punch while he's clinching, bro. Do something. Ippo would do that. Break. I said break. This is like worse than Ippo's mental, I feel like. It's like a lot worse. So bad. Well, that's the end of the chapter. That's crazy. Let's go through the Reddit, bro. Let's go to the Hajime no Ippo Reddit. Let's see what they're up to and turn off this damn filter. Move this. All right, let's see what they're up to. Also, do you guys, before I do this, do you have any questions? Or predictions? I just want to know your thoughts. This chapter was crazy. Good ass chapter. And then in the meantime, we'll go through the Reddit. I want to see their thoughts. All right, let's go on this one. I clicked on this, didn't I? I thought I didn't. I thought it was missing pages. Oh, it was. That's why. It actually was. Okay, they've been added to. So I read it before. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. My disappointment is immeasurable in my days room, but at least I saw a castle. That is true. We did see the castle yesterday. I didn't see the last 2 pages. Sendo eats that Dragon Ball seed and battle resumes. Senzu beam, bro? Oh, it's over. Yeah, this sucks, man. Oh, wait, whoa. I mean, he's nowhere near this, in my opinion. Damn. I feel like I've read the chapter 3 times now. So the same thing for at least 4 chapters now. Yeah, it's like a little similar. It's like building up to something worse. It's more so build up rather. I feel like it's not the same. It's a continuation. Sendo can just change nothing with 5 pages to work with. Not that anything happens, but this upload missing 2 pages at the end. Okay, so it's like a full ass chapter pretty much, like 15, 16 pages. Yeah, this fight's going to be about Ippo. Pretty sure Sendo's going to hit a big punch, but at the end, Ricardo's going to notice Ippo and say some shit like, you again. He'll demand a spar? Oh, that would be cool. But asking after a fight is crazy. That would be insane. He's so bored, yeah. Yeah. Well, to be fair, he would have to stay there for a while for his arm to be fixed up if he wanted to do a spar again. Yeah, so this... Okay, so basically, Sendo's cooked. He got cooked. It's over. He's not looking so hot. He's in despair. He doesn't know what to do. He's able to block, still gets hit. There's like, even if he attacks back, Ricardo will see it coming. So he clenches to think, like, just to think about, or just to be down bad and just cry and stuff. And then he just does this and he tries to break, but he won't break. He's just in despair. This is not cool, bro. He won't think about how to win. He's just thinking about how to not lose. Oh, it's over, bro. It is so over. It's so over for our boy. Like, dude, it's over. God, I hate this shirt. Wait, no, not this shirt. Dude, it's so over. It's so over. It's so Jover, bro. It's cooked. The issue with having the Underground get shut on for many chapters is that when he comes back, it feels contrived. Well, I think... So, like, this is interesting. I don't think so, because, like, I think people think it's a lot of chapters. It's not as many pages as people think. Like, if you read this, like, in a binge, you would get through it like 10, 15 minutes. It wouldn't be that long, just because the chapter numbers are short. It's because of the time between chapters, how many breaks he has, how short they are. And like, when you're reading it weekly, it just doesn't hit well. But like, there's a lot of like arcs like this or fights like this where like the same shit happens for a while, but you're reading it back to back to back, so it doesn't feel like that, in my opinion. It's just like, a weekly read is important though, but if like, sports manga is way better when you binge it. I mean, he doesn't have broken, like, they're cracked, they're fractured for sure, but I don't think they're not broken. So it's like, Ricardo broke Sendo's spear in half. Yeah, it's looking less likely that Sendo will, like, you know, have a turn, unless there's outside interference, like in terms of like people talk, like Blood is reading Reddit comments, bro. I'm trying to get a feel of what people are saying in the chat of the chapter. And normally they're funny to read because they just lack reading comprehension. I feel like reading chat's the same thing. I mean, YouTube chat's pretty much the same thing. I'm just getting an overall feel. I'm like skimming through. Get an overall feel of what the fandom thinks about this chapter, at least through the Reddit. I look through YouTube comments too, but they're all cringe. But we're also going to find out what the general community thinks about the chapter. All right, we're getting to a point where they're yapping. What is up, Intensify? Reddit is just as cringe, if not more cringe. I would say it's on the same tier as YouTube. Maybe not chat. I think chat you can control, but YouTube comments, on average at least. Then again, TikTok. I mean, I haven't used TikTok. I just think TikTok content's cringe, but I haven't read TikTok comments really. I don't go on TikTok. Yeah, it's just like whenever something gets too popular, it's used by like an array of like age groups. It's just gonna be bad. When you have 6-year-olds interacting with like teenagers and vice versa, and just like different age groups, it's just bound to be cringe and borderline and toxic. Reading Crow. I'm not gonna watch his video because you guys can watch it on your own time. I don't really want to leech off that. When I think of Reddit, I just think of overweight neckbeard mods. Yeah, I would say it depends on which Reddits. I think most like a lot of Reddits are like that. It depends on which one you're on. I think Reddit's grown to a point where like it's kind of not like that anymore. Like like on average it is, but like it's less like that now. I normally only use Reddit to get notifications for like just chapters in general or like TV shows, like just knowing when they, because I don't really like, I don't know, Discord. I don't like getting Discord pings all the time. I like checking it when I want to, so might not get it immediately, but I know roughly the time that EPO chapters are translated and stuff like that. So I normally read those pretty close to when they're released. What are they thinking? Bro sees my comment. Ricardo is the body surgeon. That body's open again and again. Dude, you sound like the announcer, like your comment does. I do see your comment. Bro, you're on everybody's. That's awesome. Like, I feel like you're just a good commenter. And that's rare to see nowadays. Yeah, you sound like the commentators, like that commentator guy from like for the boxing matches. Or like whenever like they're introing people. It's pretty sick. Yeah, you always have like really good comments, I feel like. My dude, oh my god. On my I do a monthly podcast. I'm gonna probably do one for today because the chapter came out. And it's around that time where I have to do it. Bro, dude, the comments are so funny. I think arguing in comments is fun if they're from your own, like if you're doing it on other people's videos, but like it's my own channel. So like sometimes I just like people just say the dumbest shit. So I have to like do it. It's funny. It's like they just like expect you to be the nicest guy possible while they can be the meanest possible. Or they're just really dumb and I like making fun of them. It's fun. I don't know. I'm trying to find like, I mean, most comments I read are fine. Like they're like whatever. Sometimes they're trolls, yeah, but they're not good at it. I think trolling is like pretty much, it's pretty like you're kind of weird. And like nowadays, like it's just like not a thing anymore. Leave it in the early 2010s, bro. My favorite now, like I am sick of it. At first it didn't bother me, is people asking for like chapter numbers when they can literally just Google Ippo versus Kojima or like something like that, or like just the title of the fight. Get a lot of Sendo super fanboy trolls fuming at me. They fail every time. What's funny is I like Sendo's, but he's getting cooked. Yeah, like he's one of my favorites. I'm not sure if I like the direction it's going. I think the problem is, I think it's fine unless he loses because of this his mental right now. Like if he doesn't really change in the fight, I think it's bad writing because he just wrote in his grandma dying just for Sendo to behave like this. Because it's just not normal Sendo, you know what I mean? Like I feel like him losing when he's given everything he's had is better, and then some. Because like if he's able to overcome this, then he'll be at like 110%. I feel like his mindset plus his grandma being in that condition, I think will help him if he's able to lock in. But if he doesn't lock in and just loses because of this, I think it's just, I'm not a fan. The fight's going exactly how I predicted. Yeah, so far, yeah. At least from the comments you've been leaving. Let me read. You talk about it on here, right? After Sendo gets brutally destroyed. Yeah. I think you're right. The more I think about it, I was like, I thought he would do a little more than that. Like we're like on a similar track, where I think he'll do more than that. But I think I think that's going to be it. It's not going to be like the Wally fight. I thought it would be like harder for Ricardo than the Wally fight, but I don't think it will be. Like I guess getting down technically is better than anyone has ever done, but I don't know if that's true. It depends on how he gets downed, I guess. Wally did a lot of damage though to Ricardo. He just didn't get heavy hits. Yeah. Yeah. Tendo isn't slick. He takes punishment in all his fights. Yeah, for sure. But he's just like, yeah, for sure. There to get hit. Yeah. But I don't know. I think it's like definitely a missed opportunity for certain things. I don't know why I'm getting recommended my own videos. It's weird. Is there anything? There's not really much else to talk about. The chapter pretty straightforward. But yeah, we'll just talk a little bit more. I don't plan on these streams being that long. They're just gonna be coming out when chapters come out. Just has more resistance and power. Yeah. Like against Alfredo, he hit him a decent amount. Against Jose though, he only hit him like a couple times and beat him. I think, right? I haven't read that in a good bit. You have 2 Sendo action figures, Ippo. Nice. Those are cool. I want to get the manga set, but it's really expensive to buy in the States. Yanil. I should have bought it when I guess I wasn't reading it then. I was gonna say I should have bought it when I was in Japan last year. Ricardo crushed Alfredo twice, which is crazy. He manhandled him. Yeah, he probably beat him badly. Oh, I guess he did. Yeah, he did give up defense, which I think he needed to do because his other form doesn't really let him use his firepower, where like I feel like Ricardo can access that while he's still chill. Because we know Ricardo has a brawler form, but his right is still really powerful when it needs to be. I feel like I don't know. I could be at most Alfredo made Ricardo sweat, yeah. Ricardo's Diablo brawler form is better than, oh yeah, for sure. We've only saw a little bit of it, right? Like it's like not very clear what it looks like at the moment. I feel like we've only seen like a tiny bit. Because we saw it briefly versus Date, right? Was it briefly or was it Wally? Like briefly versus Date and Wally, right? Was it those fights? Ricardo versus Date when Ricardo pummeled Date in the corner. Oh, yeah. You're right. So it was just Date. That's crazy. He hasn't used it in like 7 years? 6 years? That's crazy. In real time, not in real time, in manga time. Yeah, because they're like just so well done. They're so well done. Like he's just mastered the basics, bro. Oh yeah. I remember that. That's what I was thinking of. That part of the fight. So man, dude, this is like he's just it's over for our boy. Let me move this up here. It's over for our boy. Like just, yeah, barely a match anymore. If Wally staying after that, Wally would have died. Yeah, he just, those were like perfect hits to the dome. Dude, I want to make more Epo videos, but I don't know. I want to grow, but at the same time, I also want to make, like, I have to like mix in wanting to grow and then also making videos that I want to make. So I do want to make side character videos, but they don't do well at all. Like the only ones that really do well are ones that involve Epo. I think the only outlier is well, I have Epo in the thumbnail, I guess, in this one. It's the Sendover's Ricardo video, but it kind of I had to show Epo. It always says to evolve Epo in some way. YouTube loves Epo. Like this got 20,000, which is not too bad. I was hoping for a little more. My goal is like 30 plus for videos. This is a Sendo video, so it only got 3,000. This is another I guess chapter videos just don't do well really for me. Which makes sense, like everyone fucking does that. I just wanted to see if mine would break through. In these short videos, I think I need to just make them longer. And this is the Mike Elliott video. Volg versus Mike Elliott, so that's why, yeah, this did not do so hot. The official Hajime no Ippo action figures were from 2003 and they're rare and expensive now. Oh shit. Is that the ones you have? Complete the collection of 4 characters. Dude, congrats, bro. Yeah, if you ever need to offload money, bro, then you got that. If you ever it's probably something you'll keep for a long time, but if you're ever in an emergency, you got the money you got the money glitch right there. 20,000 is pretty good for in a while. I've been falling off for a little bit. For a few months, but I also haven't been making a lot, so I didn't have an opportunity to bounce back, but I think I bounced back with this video. 20,000 is pretty good for a channel my size. It's hard to get subscribers, bro. It's just hard. People don't subscribe as much anymore because the homepage is so good. But yeah, like this chapter, man, like he just does not look good, bro. He just does not look good. They're too lazy, yeah. I think that's part of it. It's like, you also just don't need to as much anymore. I don't really use a subscription feed anymore. I don't think it's like that good. Like I don't like how it's laid out. The layout for it. And people always want to find something new to watch. So I use the homepage. I used to use the subscription page exclusively, but I just feel like they just haven't really changed that much. It's not as important. They just optimize the homepage so well that it's pretty much like both. It's like a recommended thing and also your subscription page. See it a lot. Yeah. I gotta do more call to action though in the videos, but I feel like that just takes away. Like people just don't like stop watching when you do that sometimes, at least from analytics. But I think I might have to bite the bullet and do that and call it out to subscribe. Because I mean, that just reminds people, like, honestly, just reminding people is good because, like, people just don't do it. If they see your videos all the time, even without subscribing, they won't do it. Because you can't really do it, like, so easily from the homepage. Like, you have to click on the video, do it. Like, scroll down and do it. It's, like, not as easy. That's, like, the one thing. Because, like, I have to rely on the algorithm a lot now. Yeah, you can either do it. You can do it at the beginning, or you can do it like in the middle of the video, like a few minutes in. It's probably better to do it like a couple minutes in, because more likely those people will subscribe if they're watching. Do it at the beginning could drive away people from like the first few seconds of the video, which is a valid statistic that happens sometimes. But more videos I make, I think I just have to make videos like a little more consistently. More like because I don't know, it's hard though, because like Epo videos, you're really like, I don't know, you could just eventually run out of stuff to talk about, because I pretty much have to make videos about Epo pretty much, like the character. as much as possible. It's just hard. Sometimes they're not like, it's just you hit or miss. It's fine. 4,000 is still a lot of people. Just hoping to get to like 10. I think 10 is where like I think I can. Yeah, I know how to get in the algorithm and stuff. I mean, I have like 3 videos in the 100K. That's pretty crazy. One that blew up my channel, the him versus Kojima, which is crazy because I think that's by far like one of my lesser. I mean, it's one of the first videos I made. It's like not that good of a video. But I think that's main. It's also because of like the, I guess it maybe, I don't know. Maybe I just did the build up well in that one. I watched it and I think I just did the build up very well. It just doesn't involve, like the fight is literally nothing. Like there's no fight. It's just they trade punches at the end and that's it. Interesting that the Wally one was second because I know that the Wally one's one of the weaker fights in the series, but I still like it a lot. It's just not that great compared to other ones. Then we have the Volg spar and the Mashiba spar doing pretty well. And then my Ricardo one, which is crazy. I didn't realize it was top 5. Oh, the 6 is my 6th. No, it is my 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's actually that crazy when I think about it. Bro, I wish this video didn't get copyright striked. I just didn't edit the anime well. That's the problem. I want to make like shit on the anime, but they get copyright strikes so easily even if I edit it down correctly. They're pretty strict. But yeah, man. Any predictions for the next chapter? Or like how this fight's gonna look like in the next few chapters? Like any specific ones? I know like the overall. Yeah, so I had to like for this video, I had to cut out the David Eagle and Brian Hawk stuff, and I just left the other manga stuff, but then I just put it on members because it's like, no, once it gets striked, it's just not gonna be. If Sendo locks in, he'll break his hand. You think that'll like be the end of the fight, or do you think like when he knocks him down, he breaks his hand, or you think he'll break his hand like after Ricardo gets back up and then he like does the elbow thing like he did with in the middle of a fight? Okay. Oof. I mean, if he does, it's just over, right? That's when it becomes a beatdown. Like he downs him, breaks his hands, and GG's. Before the knockdown, you think he'll knock him down with broken hands? That would be crazy. I know some people think Sendo will die. I don't know if I believe in that one. I think he'll just be permanent out, bro. Just like Mashiba. Oh, I guess that's fair. Yeah, it's like recurring breakage. That makes sense. Yeah, I think this is obviously his last fight because like he reached the top. So like what else can he really, like what else would Morikawa focus on? So he's probably out for sure. So yeah, this is how I don't know, like, so in the beginning of the stream we read the chapter. I already read it, but there was 2 missing pages when I read it, so I kind of had a mini live reaction to it. And then we're just talking about predictions right now, if anyone's new. It's pretty much pretty chill so far. I don't know. I like streaming this, like doing this for a little bit, and then I got to work on my video for tomorrow. Hopefully releasing it tomorrow. It's possible. I just don't want to rush it, so hopefully it'll be done by tomorrow. I'm trying to at least get like 1 video a week. And then whenever a chapter comes out, we'll do like 2. Hopefully a stream and a video. I guess it depends on how juicy the chapter is. If I can make it into if I can stretch it out, if I have more to talk about, then I'll make a video on it. But if it's only gonna be like a 4-minute video, I'll just save it for the like when I'm talking about multiple chapters in one video. Meaning both Sendo's hands are capable of breaking. Yeah. Just repeated, like, because if you break something, it's a lot easier to break it again. Unless it's fully healed, obviously. But this, I don't think the Alfredo fight was that far off from this one, right? So, like, a year is not that much for, like, it's not that much time. Sendo jaw or skull? I think jaw would be better. Because, like, we already have the head injury from Mashiba. So I think it would be, like, cool to show different aspects of, like, what can end a career. Like, corkscrew counter from an angle. Oh, corkscrew? Oh, yeah. We haven't seen that in a while. That would be brutal, bro. A corkscrew? That would be insane. You see that Dragon Ball box set I have right there? Sick. This is all the stuff I bought like several years ago when I had so much more money. More disposable income. Now I gotta be an adult. Gross. It's going to fail. When Sendo throws his anti-Ricardo smash combo, it's going to fail. He's wide open for a brutal counter. Oh, that would suck. I guess he didn't really build. We saw it hit Takamura. That was like a clean Sendo. Like he wasn't really hurt at all. So like it would make sense that like he's getting punished for his bad mental state. Because I guess he has shown that throughout some matches. Like he just has like shitty mental, but he normally gets back pretty quickly. But he's very fragile. So like maybe even without the grandma stuff, he like honestly would be doing the same, like a similar thing. If he did get countered like that and downed immediately. Yeah, it hits Takamura, but it's not. Yeah. Yeah, Takamura. Yeah, but to be fair, like Takamura, like he is nerfed a lot through his weight control. But also, yeah, it was like a spar. Takamura wasn't taking it seriously. He has arrogance. Stuff like that. They're just different styles of domination with Takamura and Ricardo. I mean, he was sparring a featherweight, so it makes sense to be arrogant. It's like 8 inches taller than him. 7, like half a foot taller. Much bigger too. I just want to see Takamura stuff because like I feel like Takamura on average has the best fights. They're always either really funny and troll or really well made from beginning to end. Very high quality. But I feel like they kind of have to. You can dodge with footwork, but sometimes he block. Yeah, like he's so good, but yeah, like he's a sandbagging genius, bro. Like he sandbags until he's like, okay, maybe this guy's actually not too bad, and then he locks in. Cause like with Bison, he could have beat Bison easily if he wanted to, but he let him like survive the round. And then the fight became extremely close, and that made it a lot more interesting. His arrogance does make it a lot more interesting though. The reasons Ricardo matches are boring is because he makes it look easy. Well, it's because he's always like trying hard. I feel like if Takamura like always locked in like Ricardo did, which he really can't because that's not his personality, then I wouldn't, maybe not to the same level of domination because the weight control stuff would definitely like affects him massively. But it would be it would be like a lot. It would be more dominant for sure. Man, I feel like Ricardo, like for the story's sake, it makes sense for him to stay in featherweight, but it would be so cool to see Ricardo, like if we followed Ricardo's journey of like moving different weight classes too, like maybe not like as much as Takamura's doing, but like maybe a couple, like 2 or 3 different ones. He rehydrates heavier than his opponents depending on how much you cut and how much you gain. I mean, that doesn't really recover your stamina though. Manga says Ricardo has the power to conquer 5 weight class. Yeah, I could see that. Like if he can go like 2 below, I don't know how far below he can go. I would assume it's like 2 and then 3 higher. I would assume he can go to lightweight probably. It's a lot harder when you're lower weight though to. I think so at least. I guess it depends on your height. I mean, going to 154 from like, he says he's a natural heavyweight, which I doubt. I think he's probably like naturally a 180, high 180s to 190s. But he's not far off from heavyweight. I know they say that, but that's like still a lot. Oh, it does say 198 to 200. Wow, that's crazy for 6'1". That's impressive. He's a beefy boy. Bro, I've been cutting recently. Slowly, more slowly than what boxers do. I'm like, I would say if I didn't worry about my weight, I would be around 190s at this point. Maybe 180s. Maybe I just got too heavy. I'm like 185. I'm like 84 to 87 right now in that range. But I was like 190. Dude, losing weight, it hurts. It's like, well, I was doing it like an extreme way though. Like I was doing it I was like cutting a lot of calories, more than normal. Well, that's because he's closer to his weight at 168. But he's still not at peak. Like Dragon's at his peak. Because the thing is, not everyone's gonna be at their natural, like a weight class doesn't mean they're at their natural weight class. Like just because they're fighting in it, even for like Dragon and stuff. Not saying he wasn't. I'm just saying like that's. Yeah, but that's just like water weight at that point. Like rehydrate, like you're heavier and stuff, but it's not. It's like important, but it's not that important. Because like your stamina is still a huge issue when you cut and stuff. It's not like he's just going back to full power, you know what I mean? It's just better than it was before. No, yeah, it's definitely important, but it's not, you're not fully recovering by rehydrating. That makes sense. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, he's still more powerful. That's just how like, even if he was in the same weight, like naturally in the same weight class, he'd still be more powerful than those people. This is how it is. Well, that's just because it's Takamura. He's just better. I mean, there's like, I mean, you could say this, like Ippo's power is like by far better than everyone else in his division, but he's not naturally. There's always going to be like, it just depends on how your body's structured. Like I think it's both. Like Takamura is definitely, he's heavier. So like, obviously his strikes will be stronger, but because he rehydrates more, but also because Ippo just has, yeah, so does Takamura. That's why he's more powerful than people. It's both for him, where Ippo's just naturally have power. What I'm saying is like, Ippo has like, he's just naturally like powerful because of his genetics and stuff. But so is Takamura. but he also is naturally heavier when he rehydrates stuff too. It's just both. Yeah. That we're on agreement on that. That's what I was like kind of trying to get at. Where like the rehydrate, like the thing is like with the Brian Hawk fight, they were pretty similar. Like obviously he was strong, he was faster, which is rare for someone heavier as well. So like you kind of have to think about that as well. But his stamina was really bad because of how much he had to cut. And even like versus David Eagles, like similar, like the difference is not that high. And then what's it called? Lost more weight. Yeah, I know. But it's still like even if you rehydrate it, it doesn't bring you back. Like it's still a disadvantage, I think, overall. Not fighting in your natural weight. Maybe not as much as a disadvantage as being in the natural weight itself, but it's still a disadvantage nonetheless. And like, cause like the thing is, there's a difference between like the rehydrating the weight and like actual muscle weight. It more so makes him be like tankier for sure. And a little bit more power because like you're still like slinging on more weight, but like it's not as much in general. But it's not like high quality weight gain, you know what I mean? Like rehydrating. That's why like that's why it's hard for like people to do multiple divisions when lowering, like from heavyweight to lower. That's why most people go up when they're they're trying to dominate weight classes. Because you're getting more quality. Like when you're growing in weight classes, you're pretty much building muscle. Yeah, but water weight isn't muscle. Like adding water weight, like if you're like an athlete, will definitely make you like be hit heavier for sure. But it's not like as high quality if like let's say you gain like you rehydrated 20 pounds instead of like gaining 20 pounds with pure muscle. You know what I mean? No, I know how that works. I'm just saying the quality. Like it's just like higher on the tier list, if that makes sense. Like gaining muscle weight in that way rather than rehydrating. Yep. Depending on electrolytes, well, yeah, for sure. But you can't just like get it instantly. You're not like I don't know, growing muscle instantly by rehydrating. Like you may get some, but you're not like, it's not high quality. You're just getting more weight naturally. Like maybe like if he's in between fights, like he'll probably get it back pretty quickly. But the moment he has to start cutting again and then doing it, you know what I mean? But he's not going to get it like the day after. Yeah, but you're not nearly getting to that point. Because also in story, they always talk about how insanely impressive it is for him to do what he's doing right now. Because he's starting from like like he's not like starting from junior middleweight to heavyweight. He's starting from the opposite, and that's like infinitely more harder to do as a boxer. I mean, it doesn't discredit what he's been doing. Like what he's doing is like probably the hardest accomplishment out of almost anything you can do in boxing. At least what his body can let him do. I guess the next hardest thing would be staying dominant in heavyweight. He's like raising. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm still agreeing with you to a point. I think it's more so from your side. You're more undermining. You're overestimating how much he can grow back in just a day. Where I'm not saying he can't grow a lot back. It's just the quality of what you can grow back in a day. I've been to school. I know how this shit works. I'm trying to like not explain it in like too complicated terms. Yeah, I'm not saying no, they do gain the weight. Like the weight isn't what I'm disputing here. It's the quality of the weight. It's not going to be perfect. So it's not like oh, if I just match myself to a junior middleweight, I'll be as good as I was if I was like a heavyweight. Just because I rehydrated everything back, you know what I mean? Or like whatever other division that's lower. Obviously, the closer you are to your normal weight, the closer you are to your prime, for sure. I think we're just going in circles because I'm just not disagreeing with you. With like everything, yeah. I mean, that's what I've been saying. It's not, well, it's not like it's, I wouldn't say optimal weight is the right way to say it. It's closer to their natural weight, but they're like, they're not as strong as they were if they were prepping for a heavyweight fight. To their optimal, that would be their optimal weight. It's just the muscles will just be more like, yeah, optimal, yeah, natural weight. That's what you mean. Yeah. I guess I assumed that's what you meant, but I wanted to clarify. Why did the email not go through? I don't understand. Yeah, exactly. There's a difference. Build his mass for heavyweight. Yeah, that's why I think like once he gets to like the higher weight classes in universe, I think it'll just take longer for him. Like in between like time, like it won't be like, oh, I could just go to super middleweight in like 6 months. I think it might be like, I don't know. Like building muscle is not easy. Like high quality muscle. But he doesn't really have time. He's like early 30s. His injuries as well. Yeah. I think he might lose at some point, but he'll still get the 6 belts. Because he's not looking out. He's not taking care of his injuries enough, in my opinion. Because he's worried about the time. Before he retires, then like if he has time before he retires, and also because Kamigawa's old. I think he's definitely getting to 6. He might lose, but I think he'll definitely get to 6. I think he'll have the Ippo moment where he needs to learn that he needs to recover, and after he loses, because he'll make excuses, not because the Ippo retired and wasn't making excuses, because they had that conversation when he lost to Alfredo. So. But I think that's gonna wrap up the stream. Any last minute thoughts we got? Yeah, he's gonna have to rest his body for sure. I think he's getting to 6 for sure. Cause like if that doesn't happen, then you have nobody in the series that accomplishes their goal. And I think that's just for a story. I think that's not as satisfying. Because Ippo, I don't think, even if Ippo fights Ricardo, I don't think he's gonna beat Ricardo. Itagaki might not even become the champion. Kimura, it's possible Kimura can become a champion, but like he's a side character. I think like Takamura and Ippo have to accomplish their goal somehow, some way. I mean, 5 is still very impressive. It's just like if he doesn't win in heavyweight, I feel like it makes him look like such a fraud because that's his natural weight class. You know what I mean? Ippo fill the gap with Miyata for a WPC title. Ippo might get a draw versus Ricardo. I don't know about that. I think Ricardo's just too good. Like Ippo's learned a lot, but I don't see Ricardo losing. I just see Ricardo versus Ippo being one of the closest fights in the series, but Ippo's ultimately losing. Because like I think Ippo obviously will make up for it for his like unnaturally tough body, but Ricardo will just, he's built different. Both as world champions. I think he'd be satisfied with the loss though. Basically they keep their belts. Well, if they tie, Ricardo gets the belt, right? Still. Oh, WBC, DBC. You think he'll not fight? So you think Ippo will not go for Ricardo? Oh, if Ippo beats Miyata for WBC. I feel like Miyata's trying to beat Ricardo though. I mean, I think he'd beat Miyata. I think Ippo's way better than Miyata right now, but I'm shocked. I don't know. Miyata seems like he wants to beat Ricardo. Oh, do you think he'll try to do that for world ranking so he can fight Ricardo? Is that where you're like gonna get to? Yeah, he's like 5 in both, right? Oh, okay, I got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. But I know this is like not logical, but if Ippo beats Ricardo and then Miyata becomes WBC and they have a reunification match for WBC and WBA, that would be sick too. But I don't see that happening. As like the final fight in the series, Miyata versus Ippo. But like the thing is, like I feel like the Ippo versus Miyata fight would be sour just because Miyata, he's so nerfed in featherweight. He like barely keep that weight. It's like almost impossible for him, for his body to do. So he's not as strong as he used to be. So I feel like it might get soured, but yeah, Miyata would have to like, it would have to happen like much later down the line, like a few years after that. If Ippo beats Ricardo, for Miyata to like catch up. You know what I mean? I think. Well, the thing is, like, no matter what, Morikawa would make Miyata versus Ippo close. I don't know how close it would make it because, like, it's hard to because Miyata would have to get, like, he can't really get hit that much. And he would have to, like, dance around Ippo. You know what I mean? Like, he might get hit. Maybe he gets, I don't know. Maybe he just gets not clean blows and then Ippo wins with one clean blow. I just don't know how he hits Ippo now. That's tough. Like a direct, like good hits. A semifinal? I could see that. I could see either one. But it would be cool to see like Ippo versus Ricardo as a reunification match too. That would be sick. Ippo versus Miata. Yeah, like, because like Ippo versus Miata makes sense to happen if he dodges Ricardo. Like if he goes for WBC so they can do unification match, yeah. Because I could see that, like, if Miata becomes world champion as Ippo's coming back, then I think he would, like, because it wouldn't make sense if Miata becomes world champion before Ippo comes back. Because then I think he would challenge Ricardo. No, he did, but he would challenge him if he was ready. So him becoming WBC makes sense first. I think he would challenge him eventually, though. So I think Ippo needs to come back. So Ippo, like, let's say it takes a couple years for Ippo to like actually get a world championship title. Miata said he's not aiming for Ricardo. I'm sure. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong then. I swear I thought he definitely wanted to still fight him. Oh yeah, you're right. In my opinion, though, like I think he like maybe right now he's dodging him. I think he would challenging him if he can if he thinks he can beat him though. I forgot about that. You're right. I mean, I knew he was dodging him at the time, but I guess there wasn't. He never mentioned himself wanting to fight him at the like later on though. So yeah, you're at the time he's doing that right now. Yeah, I know that. But Miata's working towards like an improved style of Ricardo's. But he first has to reach his Ricardo level and then improve upon it. Cause like Ricardo is his end game in terms of, yeah, he had like weight, cause he's like a junior lightweight in terms of weight, or is he a lightweight? Natural weight. I forgot if they mentioned that. What's his natural weight? Is it lightweight? It used to be featherweight, and then he just became older, so his natural weight obviously increased. Is lightweight. Okay, that's what I thought. Damn, that is steep for like. Yeah, I know it's too higher. That is steep for damn, that's steep for like someone that small. Even if Miata gets to be world champ level, Miata getting slapped around and being held by Ricardo. Yeah, Morikawa can write it though to where he fights Ricardo, like he can. Cause like if Ippo fights Miata, I think they won't be far off at the very least. If it's before, if it's after, I think Miata will be at a similar level. He might not be good enough, but I just don't see. Yeah, like I think the thing is he'll never be as good, Ricardo, but I think he'll be close because since he'll stay at featherweight when he fights Ippo, he just won't be his natural weight class, so he won't be as good as he could be. And even then, that probably wouldn't be enough at the time. Because like I think it would be a dissatisfying fight if Ippo fights Ricardo. Is it a theory or is it like based on anything? Like, is there actual evidence where like they can prove Kamigawa will die before being a heavyweight? I mean, he's sick and old, yeah, but that's not really. You could say he can die at any point, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's like specifically heavyweight or specifically a world title fight. I mean, it's possible. He's old, so he can die at any moment. But I don't. Normally, Morikawa like sprinkles stuff in to like foreshadow a lot. Like if you, so. Well, I'm gonna end here. I was supposed to end like 15 minutes ago, but we had a good conversation. Thanks Intensify for carrying the stream, carrying the comment section as well as always. But we will be back next week, hopefully. I don't think there's a break. Let me check, actually. Doesn't say there's a break down here. So it's probably not a break, unless it's an unexpected one. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Video coming out in a couple days, probably. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was a pretty good conversation. Longer than I thought, but I like yapping.